Hey there, true believers. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the TOTS, Halloween 2 and Halloween 6 Michael Myers figures. Now, apparently these figures have been out for quite some time now. Well, they've been revealed for quite some time now. The Halloween 2 figure I just seen the other day, and I didn't actually see the Halloween 6 figure until about a day ago when I was actually going to make this video originally, but it was really late at night and it just didn't come out that well, so I'm doing it again. And I rambled. That video was like 14 minutes and there's no reason why I had to be. But we're going to be taking a look at these figures, and I think they're pretty cool, so let's get into it. Alright. We're not going to take a look at the Halloween Kills figure because I'm going to just do that in a separate video. But let's go ahead and get this started. Move me over a little bit. Maybe not that much. Alright. So I'm using Kane Productions YouTube, Instagram to look at this because he's got some really clear photos. I think he's the gentleman that sculpted it. I'm not entirely sure, but you can see right there some images of the Kills figure. But we're going to go right down here. We're going to take a look at these two new figures because they look incredible. So Halloween Kills Mikey, he's got the same coveralls that we've seen. It looks like the pocket square or the pocket flap is rectangular this time around, which is very nice. I don't know if it's just me or if they're making the sleeves shorter. Like mine is a different body, and also I talked about in that one video that I opened up, I think I did it in the video, but I didn't do it in the video, but I think I talked about it, where I opened up the snaps, that way the sleeve would travel further down the wrist. It just makes it look a little bit more accurate. You can see that right here. So the original coveralls they do have a good length to them when you match it with the body that I used, which is a JX body. So I don't know if the sleeves look pretty short on here. I don't remember them looking that short on this figure, but I could be remembering it incorrectly. The bullet holes look really good. The face sculpt and the hair sculpt looks really, really good. I don't think I would go ahead and rehair all of these, especially since I'm not very good at it to begin with. I just wanted to rehair the Halloween 1 and then maybe the Halloween 2018. This one I'm still having so much trouble with. I've had to repaint it several times and rehair it a couple of different times, and I'm just really not happy with it. I don't know what it is about this that I just cannot seem to be happy with. The method that I used to repaint it was I painted the entire thing in a skin color. I airbrushed it all skin color. Then I airbrushed the desired areas white, and then I went ahead with a little Q-tip to kind of wipe away the white paint, which works. In theory, it does work, but it also starts to polish the paint, so then it gives it a look that I don't want. And it's very hard to get in there with the darker dry brushing to give some of those shadows and stuff like that, and it's when it comes to bigger masks, I can do it pretty well. Like I've done it on not this mask, but the mask that's down there on the shelf. I think I did a fairly good job replicating what I think the Halloween 1 mask should look like. And for some reason with this particular figure, this sculpt, it does not work out for me, and the hair doesn't work out for me either. The hair looks pretty good right now. It just needs some stronger hair gel, like I said in the video from freaking 2 months ago, which I still haven't bought. No, I haven't bought any hair gel. The hair gel that I use for it is this olive oil styling gel. Now, I didn't pick that out myself. My grandmother bought that for me. I would have picked something that has alcohol in it because when you're working with cheap stuff like that, alcohol is like the most important ingredient. You know, it dries out the hair and it gets it to it just gets it to hold better. It works well. It works better for this. I've used that same hair gel for that. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I've used it for that mask up there, and sometimes it just doesn't really work that well. But anyway, back to this. This is what happened in the other video. I just started rambling. These ones, they don't really need to be rehaired in my opinion. Maybe Halloween 2 would be kind of cool to redo, but they look really, really good. Halloween 6 Mikey's got brand new coveralls. He looks really, really good. The accessories, the paintwork on all these guys look really good. I'm going to go ahead and move it this way. And that's the wrong direction. That looks like the actual pumpkin, but we're going to move it back this way. Take a look at Halloween 2 Mikey's mask. It looks really, really, really good. They've done a terrific job with this. The only thing that I would like to have seen is if maybe the coveralls were connected at the top. Sometimes I confuse Halloween 2 with Halloween 4, but I know that at least one of them is supposed to be... Actually, it changes in Halloween 2. There is points in time where the collar is zipped all the way up in Halloween 2 and then snapped. But there's also scenes in Halloween 2 where he's got the collar completely down. And sometimes it's open. So Halloween 2 is very inconsistent, and sometimes the mask is, I don't know if it's Velcroed shut, but you can tell that the mask has got a narrower neck. And then, like this, for instance, the scene where he's standing in the red light when Laurie's on the ground yelling for help towards the end of the movie. His collar is completely down, it's completely open, and the mask has got a wide neck. Now, I don't know what they do to, I don't know if they've added any kind of Velcro to it. I would assume that the collar isn't holding the mask down completely, because I've seen that in firsthand experience working with my cousin in the costume, taking pictures. It doesn't work out that well just using the collar to hold the mask down. In some cases it's a little bit easier, but generally speaking it's a little bit harder. So I don't know what they used. If they did use Velcro, it's not on the actual H40 now, so I don't know. At least from the pictures we've seen, I don't think maybe we haven't seen them. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking out of my ass right now. I don't know. Anyway, it looks really, really good. The hair looks really good as well. I have no desire to rehair it, even though it could look pretty cool doing it. The Halloween 1 mask, it did need to be rehaired in my opinion, because the little straggles weren't enough. They didn't stick out enough, even though I suck at doing it. I still wanted to rehair it. You can take a look here at the actual sculpts themselves. This really makes me like the Halloween 6 mask. It's very, very, very cool. It looks really, really good. Again, no desire to rehair that. That looks really good in my opinion. Here's the accessories for the Halloween 6 Mikey. Incredible work. Here's the Halloween 2 mask. Blood Tears. Looks really good. And then here's the, I guess, the render of the accessories for the Halloween 2 Mikey. So yeah, that's the Halloween 2 figure now. So I'm gonna bring this back over here, talk about this for a little bit. Actually, let me do this so I know when to cut it. All right, so I started working on this the other day. And again with my same thing with my Halloween 2018 mask. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. So originally I painted this thing with a cream colored base. I didn't like it. So then I painted it completely black, and then I started the layers of dry brushing for the grays, the black, or the gray, the white, the cream color. I even added some nasty greens over here in this area and up here. Then late one night, the other night, I was in bed and I was watching Nick Malpagano on a live. He was on a live and he was weathering the mask. He's used what he calls this mud color over top of his cream colored base. Now I think the mask should be a little bit more white. Some people disagree, of course, but like particularly the images that we've seen from Fangoria, I think it is, the magazine. The mask looks pretty gray to me. Not really, it's more gray tones than it is yellow tones. But of course that could be the lighting itself. But I wanted to go with more gray tones, especially since that would match my Halloween 2018 mask a little bit more. But as you can see here, the mask doesn't look like that. I completely stripped everything I did. Well, for the most part, it's still a little bit gray, and I had the gray over here. I hadn't gotten everything off yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do what I originally did and do a gray or cream colored base coat. So I'm not doing this the same way I did my 2018 mask, but hopefully it works out. It's very weird doing this because you got like this, the original 1978 mask I think I can do without a doubt. I know what I want to see from it, and I replicate what I want to see very accurately apart from this. But the 2018 and the Halloween Kills just seems to be a very weird thing to do, especially since you see so many people do it a different way. For instance, you get Scott on YouTube. He completely added his own base coat, and he did his own different way of doing the weathering. Then you can see what other people are doing. It looks like they're just putting a light base coat over it and just slightly covering some of the TOTS paint. It's very weird how many different ways you can see people do this. So I'm gonna go with what Nick Malpagano's doing because I think he does a great job and he doesn't get enough credit. Enough recognition in the community, but he does a really, really good job. But that's the status on that. And also I've decided that I want to do, when I repaint that new Halloween 1978, I'm going to do a video while I'm doing that. Make a video of my processing for that, so I think that'll be pretty cool. That's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And until next time, true believers. It didn't work again. This remote sucks. Literally, I tilt the camera up and the damn thing turns off, but when I actually press the button, it doesn't work.